Alright guys, so I'm attempting 85-pound dumbbells, no spot. This is the first time ever without a spot. Alright guys, so now I'm going to do some isolation work, so side delts and rear delt. I'm going to superset them. So this is how I do it. Alright guys, so shoulder workout is done. Killed it. I hit 85 pounds dumbbells by myself today, so that's sick. I'm actually getting stronger. The 90-day challenge transformation is actually working. So as soon as it's done, I'm gonna make some of you guys try the workout. So if you guys are interested, just let me know and I'll send you the whole workout routine that I did if I change in 90 days. If you guys see a good difference and actually want to do it, let me know please. Alright, sick, take care. Thank you, see you next time. Yo, let me not play music. Let me play a motivational speech by Gary Vaynerchuk. He is, like, I just got into him about, I'd say, I had his book for the longest time, and I read some parts of it. I didn't read some parts of it. At that time, I didn't even care about YouTube or anything, right? So it didn't really make sense to me when I was reading, because he talks about Snapchat, he talks about Instagram and how he used them and how it helped him expand his business. So now that I'm so into it, like, everything is making sense right now. Everything that he says, like, click, 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 everything is making sense right now. So yeah, and I follow Mike Rashid as well. Mike Rashid, that's how I got into Gary Vaynerchuk, through Mike Rashid. So yeah, this is what he says.
You know, to be great, I think you have to fight. And I very much think that my success is a product of some level of skill, but I do think I win because I outwork people. I really do believe that. I do believe that 100%. And I'm not sure that if my dad didn't set that example, that I'd even have the ability to think one could work that hard. The fact that I've been working 19 hours a day, every day for the last 20 years is easy for me. It's the only gear I knew, right? I was poor. I sucked shit at school. It was the only gear I had. You know, I think you need to recognize that that your biggest advantage is that you're hungrier than your competitor. And that if you're not applying your one advantage, which is your work ethic and the hours that you have to put into your business, well, then you're gonna come up short. I sit here with enormous assumptions around all of you that you're just too soft to beat me, right? That I think that you've had it better, and that...
Shit, man.
You know, to be great, you need to recognize that every day for the last 20 years is easy for me. It's the outwork people. I really do believe that. 100%. And I'm not sure that if my dad didn't set that example, that I'd even have the ability to think one could work that hard. The fact that I've been working 19 hours a day, every day for the last 20 years is easy for me. It's the only gear I knew, right? I was poor. I sucked shit at school. It was the only gear I had. You know, I think you need to recognize that that your biggest advantage is that you're hungrier than your competitor. And that if you're not applying your one advantage, which is your work ethic and the hours that you have to put into your business, well, then you're gonna come up short. I sit here with enormous assumptions around all of you that you're just too soft to beat me, right? That I think that you've had it better, and that alone doesn't allow you to beat me. Somebody will come with a countercultural point of view and be like, Gary, that's cool, but I don't have to work that hard because I'm working smarter. Yeah, me too, asshole. I work hard and smart. Now what? Look, there's a 12-hour, 10-hour, 8-hour, 15-hour workday. You can finish a lot of things in those 18, 12, 9 hours, or you can finish medium amounts of things or lightweight things. People focus on too many small details. Way too many people in this room are gonna spend the next 30, 40 years of their lives trying to check the boxes of the things that they're not as good at, and that you're gonna waste a fuckload of time and lose. I highly recommend for all you hustlers, because there's a lot of you that are always talking about, Gary, I do work hard. And you do. You work for 16 hours. Some people just don't have the attention span or the capacity to remember. Or like, there's a lot of things I can't learn. I was a very poor student because the subject matter bored me. And if I was forced to become great at understanding the great artists of the 20th century, I'm in big trouble. And so I would tell people to bet on their strengths. You need to bet on your strengths and don't give a fuck about what you suck at. And to put themselves in a position to win with their strengths, because that is absolutely the straightest line to success. Greatness comes from adversity and looking the challenge in the eye and having the intestinal fortitude to kind of to step up and go after it.